Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Sean Tredway here. Today doing something that I haven't done in a little while, and with good reason, because I actually really kind of suck at this. I bought a lot of stuff, as you can see. Well, not a lot, but a lot for me. And I'm going to do a bit of an unboxing. Last time I did this it was horrendous, and I vowed never to do it again. But I'm changing that up, and I'm trying to be better. So all you can do in this life is just fail and try again, and that's what I'm doing today. Basically, I shot a music video with a band called Robert Shredford, and we had this like nice little studio space. We lit it all well, and I realized that I'm missing quite a bit of like key grip equipment and gaffer equipment. And I just hate looking like an idiot on site with taping stuff down with like masking tape and not having this or that to make it an overall like kind of professional feel. So I ordered a bunch of stuff to help mitigate that. So yeah, it's gonna be a little unboxing because why not? It's content, and people seem to like these. I have never really watched an unboxing, and I don't know why I am really making this, other than I guess like a weird flex. Like, look at all the cool shit I got. I'm gonna start with the small box first and work up. I'm also gonna need a knife for this, so what is that? See what's in the small box. Now I do have some other stuff coming tomorrow, so you might see me in different wear and slightly different lighting at the end of this video. Because they were delayed in some of the packaging and all that bullshit. So let's see what we got here. So one thing that we kind of needed, because we're shooting a green screen, and we needed to show kind of where the edges of the shot were and placement and stuff. So one thing that we didn't have that we needed was spike tape. Yeah, spike tape allows you to, I don't know, place things and Jesus. You can put things places and be able to mark them. And you have plenty of different colors, so you can differentiate like tripods versus people placement, shit like that. So very handy. This was like $9 on B&H. Definitely worth grabbing. I don't know why I've never had it in the 10 years I've been shooting. All right, so this is actually one part of an overall rig. I tend to kind of like makeshift rigs out of pieces and parts, and it never feels that professional or all that solid. So one thing I got was a small rig cage, which should be in here somewhere, and sorry I bumped the mic. So this is actually just one part of that. So this is just a cold shoe mount that I can attach. So I have a little monitor right down here. So that's going to allow me to attach things like monitors and accessories off of the cold shoe mounts. So I got 2 of those. That's what those are. I'm actually really excited for these because they're like really easy, quick friction arms that you can just do whatever angle that you please. So I think this is the actual cage. Yeah. So if you guys haven't heard of Small Rig, basically they're a camera company that makes rigging and like support and whatever accessories for your camera, and they basically have anything for almost every camera. Okay, so this one comes with really a small bag of tools, so I almost threw that away. If it didn't fall out, it would probably be gone. Because I only have the one camera, I can't show you this on my camera, but this is the rig here. So look at all that, all those nice thread points. This is the bottom mount to the camera, and because I have a battery extension on my camera, I got the one with the extra grip space, this little bit down here. So this whole space down here is for the battery grip that I have for my Sony. But this wraps the front of the camera and makes it look super badass. I will post a photo of this on my Instagram, fully rigged up with all the accessories on it. If you want to, follow me, Sean Tredway on Instagram, Sean_. The link's down in the description. I always feel weird like promoting myself that way. But there you can see all my photography and all that good stuff that I don't post on YouTube. The hot shoe, let me pull this around again. Right up in there. Got yourself a sweet little monitor mount. Also got a handle for the top so I can safely move the camera about from rig to rig and have a very secure handle on top. Which this is also really cool. They have a bunch of different handle options. This one also comes with the tool. I chose the one that had the most mounting points on it. They have ones that have like grips and all sorts of other stuff that if you're shooting more with it, there's like little finger grooves so you can actually get your fingers in there and get a good grip. I chose this one. Let me step around. So this one has all sorts of like threadings and different mounting points, 2 different cold shoes. And I just felt like this was the best bet for me and what I'd be using it for, since I just got a gimbal too, so I don't really need like a good handheld thing. But it is a handle that is super solid. All right, moving on. One thing I also needed quite often is a dual battery charger for my Sony batteries. Yeah, I burn through batteries faster than I can charge them with a single charger. So I got the slick little dual charger here. Made by Watson, about 70 bucks on B&H. Next box. Okay, so one of the things I got was a new tripod. The one I've had actually for like over a decade. It's an old Oben, just like, I think it's a travel photography sticks with like a Manfrotto fluid head on it. The legs finally started binding up, so I decided to invest in a really nice tripod, video tripod, which is coming later, so that's going to be later in the video. But one thing I wanted to get really low shots was a hi-hat, they call it, which I'm sure you've probably heard of before, but I went with the Ben Rowe because it was the cheapest. And like I'm running mirrorless cameras, so I don't really need something that can hold like 300 pounds. So I got the Ben Rowe hi-hat, which actually holds 165 pounds, I believe, still. But what it is basically is this a super short tripod. That way you can just pull the ball head out of your tripod and just place it right into this guy and get like super low angle shots that are really sturdy. Look at that. So this little bag is actually really awesome. Let me step around here. All that for that little tiny tripod there. It's actually strapped into place within this bag too, which is actually really cool. Really quality design. It has like a little accessory zipper on the inside here. See that right there? But yeah, it looks like it has different feet attachments and all the tools that you need to actually run this thing. Spikes, the wrenches. That's actually really cool. Those are some sick wide feet. Look at that. All sorts of surface area on that guy. Yeah, look at this. This thing's super solid. This thing is so cool. So small, but yet so handy. And these little guys pop out so you can get even wider shots. You get just super low angle shots with this guy. Look at that. Look how low that goes. Really stoked on this guy. Just a little monster, honestly. Sick. I'm really stoked on that. Oh, and it has a little bit of extension on it. So if you need just a little height, you can get it. And those twist locks are actually super easy to use. You don't have to twist it very far to get it locked, which is really nice. Highly recommend getting one of these. I've used them in the past. I've just never owned one until now. Moving on. I'm pretty sure I know what all these boxes are. This is something that everybody should honestly have. And again, I've put off buying for over a decade. But the tried and true apple box. Now, it seems like something that you wouldn't really need, but I can tell you from experience that these things come in handy more than you'd expect. Especially when you have the little hi-hat and you just need like a little extra boost. Now you have like a super solid platform for it to sit on. If you're on like stairs or something uneven and you need an extension bit for like a leg of your C-stand or your tripod, just to boost up one side because you can't adjust it enough, comes in handy. You can mount lights to it. It's wooden, so you can just screw into it and mount lights. You can put little baby plates on this and just put lights super low. Comes with nice little handles, so it's really easy to move about. Now I got the Matthews one, which doesn't, they're not nesting. There's a few out there that are nesting, but I found through research that people don't necessarily like the nesting ones because they're not as solid and they're not actually true sized apple boxes, because they have to be smaller to fit inside each other. So I went with the bulkier, but in the long run, better full-size one. So I think this is the half. This knife's super sharp. I wish they just shipped these together in the same box, because that would very obviously fit. But this is the smallest one, which is essentially just a small section of plywood with tiny grips on each side. But ultimately, it should come in handy. You could buy these individually too. I bought the 4-pack because, YOLO. All right, so this is the quarter piece, I believe. Kind of different handles on this one. Basically, these are just for really anything. They may look kind of boring to get, but I would highly recommend getting you some. I think this whole pack was $132 on B&H. And for the last box of the day, all right, the full-sized apple box. So this is the one that you'll probably end up using the most because it has the biggest boost. Makes an excellent chair on site, and just, I don't know, overall you can stack them vertically, put stuff on top here, do all sorts of cool stuff with these. I'm really excited to get that like nice patina these things get too, from being beat up and used for, boosting your talent up, or really just anything. It'll get like this nice beat up old look, and then eventually you can just build like a coffee table or something out of these and retire them to a better home in I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, apple boxes, highly recommend getting these. Fairly cheap. You can probably build your own, but why would you do that when you can get pre-built ones with like badass handles and all that? I'll be checking back tomorrow and finishing up this video, so I will see you then. All right, so this is the next day. I decided to wear the same shirt for continuity's sake, because I'm a professional. So I got my last package, and it's the biggest one. Pretty big package. All right, so as you can probably tell, it is a new tripod. Went with Manfrotto because I found a used one online on B&H that was super high quality. Had like a 9+ condition rating, so I was like, okay, I'll take it. It is carbon fiber. First off, really like the bags. I've never actually had a bag for my tripod, so this thing's a beast. I've never actually had a legitimate video tripod too. I've had this the Oben thing, so I decided to get a really nice tripod, and it comes with the Nitrotech 8 fluid head by Manfrotto. Holds like 18 pounds. The next one up was like 20 something, 20 to 30. And I don't really think I needed that much weight because I shoot, on the Sony A7 III. If I do end up getting something bigger in the future, it does have just the 75 millimeter ball head here. Oops. So I can just take that out and throw a new head on here. Yeah, look at this bad boy. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Nope, focus up here. Yeah, that is just stunning. I really like the sleek design. And it has a whole system of like counterbalances. So it kind of balances like a gimbal. And so once you get it balanced, you can like pretty much throw that head anywhere and it's going to be super steady. Yeah, the one thing I've never really had was a ball head. So I've always had to make sure my tripod was level by adjusting the legs itself. And now this is a 2-stage tripod. And all I have to do is open the clip here and the whole leg slides out, which is way easier when you have the camera on here still and you're adjusting the legs. One reason I got the ball head, which is, I guess it's pretty standard, but if you're doing video versus like photo, the ball head comes in handy when you have the little hi-hat. And then you can have a very secure head on a very short tripod and you don't have to rebalance the head at all, or take the camera off, which makes it way better for like quick production when you need to get shots fast and you don't really have time to fuss with changing out rigs every time you need to go from high to low. So yeah, that's the haul. That's everything. Thanks to B&H for having so much cool stuff. Not sponsored. I just do all my shopping on there for the most part. Yeah, thanks for watching this. Hopefully it was somewhat entertaining. And go ahead and like and subscribe if you want to see more of these. I probably won't do much more unboxings because it's very rare that I buy stuff. Yeah, we will catch you in the next one. Bye. Also, if any of you need any packaging materials, just DM me. I got you covered. What a freaking waste.